Hi, welcome to Zen Tree Healing. I'm Melissa Adams, and this is my husband.
My name's Tom, and we're really grateful to be with you today. And you're going to learn a lot, especially from this incredibly good-looking wife of mine, and as we talk about oils and how you can take them.
Thanks, honey. So in this video, we're going to discuss the 3 different ways that you can use essential oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. So first, we're going to discuss aromatically. And there's several ways to do aromatically. We may not be able to discuss them all in one video, but aromatically is when you open the bottle, it releases the molecules and you can smell right directly from the bottle. You can use a diffuser. Sometimes I'll put essential oil just on a cotton ball and have my kids smell it. You can use an inhaler and put a few drops of this, of whatever essential oil you want, into this, inhale it to get the effects from that. You can also put some essential oil directly on the skin, rub it into the hands, inhale. You want to make sure that when you're doing that you inhale deeply, not just smelling it lightly. So let's see, any other ways? Sometimes I will put essential oils in my bath. I use some detox oil sometimes when I take a bath, or in a shower, especially if you're congested or having some sinus issues. You can put a few drops of eucalyptus in your shower, and then as your shower steams up, you get the nice aromatic smell of the eucalyptus. Aromatically is also really good for emotions. If you're stressed out or tense, you can use whatever essential oil of your choice to smell it, especially before something that might be stressful or confrontational for you. So let's see, any other ways I can think of? I think that's it for aromatically.
Great. And so now the second thing that we'll talk about, which is probably the most widely used form of using essential oils, is the method topically. And as we talk about topical oils, that's just something that method of bringing those oils to your body is that the thing with oils is that they're made up of just thousands of these little molecules, and so when you put them on your skin, they're gonna enter your bloodstream very fast, and they're very effective. And so I'm just gonna put a personal touch on this because right now I experienced a workplace injury, and it's very common in our home for my wife that anything that you're dealing with that you just don't know it, all of a sudden something will come across your forehead or underneath your hair so you can breathe better. And
That's right.
I have actually,
that.
yeah, there is an oil for that. And I actually have 2 broken ribs right now, making it very hard to breathe. They're very painful. And I have a fracture on my hand. And so there's oils and there's also lotions that you can use topically. For some people though, if you would want it to be more intense, I have really sore ribs right now, I can take before I even put on the lotion, prior to that, I can actually take a couple drops and into that area,
Sore area.
and then put the lotion on if you'd like it to be a little more intense to help out with that. So, but the thing is that there's several areas that you can put oils on topically. When we're talking about the feet, which are a little less sensitive, because we'll talk a little bit in just a minute about there are some oils that are more sensitive to the skin than others.
Yes.
And so, for example, the feet, if you're going to put it on your feet, those are larger pores. It's a little less sensitive. It may be ticklish, depending on who puts it on. It doesn't ever bother me when I put oils on my feet by myself, but if you were to do it, I would be laughing, certainly. And but there's larger pores. It'll get into the bloodstream that way, and it might even be better for children to do it that way.
Yes, especially babies.
And she has a wealth of knowledge, and so I'm going to turn to her quite a bit and just jump in because I'm learning this. I'm actually new to this, but I believe it, and I stand behind it. So so that's one method, is to go through the feet.
Yes.
What I see a lot of is people putting it on their hands and rubbing it in.
And that way you get the topical and the aromatic. When I talked about dropping it into your hands and smelling it, you're getting the benefit of the topical and the aromatic in one thing.
I agree. So the thing is that we were talking about certain oils that you're going to be able to actually dilute.
Yes.
And there's some that are just completely safe. to put right on the skin, a couple of drops, rub it in, especially when you're congestive and you do need help breathing better, or you have soreness of muscles, like I have right now. And so, but the other thing that you can do with that is that you need to make sure you check the labels. There are some that are a little more riskier to just put on the skin.
Yeah, and in those oils, when he's talking about diluting, you can put those essential oils like in a coconut oil base.
That's even the carrier oil you were telling me about. Yeah, the carrier
oil, yep. Or even the olive oil, any kind of oils that you have handy, just putting a couple drops. And that's a good way to test if your skin is strong to them. And this is the other thing. If you accidentally put an oil on your skin that is strong or burning, washing it off with soap and water will only increase that. So you need to dilute that with the oil. So continue to put more and more and more oil on that area, like olive oil or coconut oil, whatever oil you have, to grab that and put it on. If you do put an oil on that's burning, because some oils will be more sensitive to some people than others.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I think that, again, what she already talked about, children, you just need to make sure that you check how it can be diluted and how it can be used. There's some that are actually recommended to be an aromatic, and there's just some that are recommended to be put on topically. And so I think that's about all I have to say about the topical.
Just keep in mind that if you're using a certified pure therapeutic grade, that any of those oils can be put directly on the skin. So moving on to the next one is internally. And some essential oils are perfectly safe to be taken internally and some are not. And the best way to tell that is on the back of your bottle, there should be a supplements label. If there's a supplement label, that tells you that you're safe to take that internally. And again, there's just like aromatically and topically, there's several ways to take essential oils internally. One way is to just put a few drops in the water that you're drinking and drink a glass of water with it. You can put it directly under your tongue. You can make little capsules and put a few drops. And what I like doing about the capsules is I can do the hotter oils in the capsules, and you can do several different oils in one capsule.
Like cinnamon, like the cinnamon line?
Yes, or oregano. Oregano's a strong one.
So if I were going on a date with my hot wife, and I didn't want to worry about breath for 2 hours, you would recommend a internal.
Absolutely.
Have a couple of drops of something.
Like when the kids tell you, Dad, you need some peppermint oil.
Peppermint, frankincense, what?
Yeah.
Something like that. Perfect.
And frankincense is a really good one. When I get headaches, I'll put frankincense on my thumb and just put it on the roof of my mouth. Honestly, I don't like the taste of it, but it's very helpful internally. So if I put it on my thumb and put it on the roof of my mouth, it helps. So you can also, I already said put drops directly in your mouth, didn't I?
Yep.
So, okay. So in water, capsules, directly in the mouth. Just drops in the mouth. I know our 16-year-old takes peppermint oil to school with her to help freshen up her breath when she's at school, and she shares it with her friends.
It's a real hit. It lasts for 2 classes at least.
It is. That's what her friend said. That peppermint oil was great. It lasted for 2 whole classes. It's better than gum.
It's a hit with the teenagers.
And there's nothing bad in it, so... Anyway, thank you for watching today. Those are the 3 basic ways to use essential oils. And thank you for watching our video. Stay tuned as Zentree Healing posts more videos on information on essential oils. If you have any comments or questions that you might have about essential oils, just post in the comments below and we'll try to answer your questions.
Thanks for spending time with us.
Thanks.